What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and talk about Season 3 in Modern Warfare 2. Now, of course, there are a lot of topics that I want to go ahead and discuss with you guys. Probably a little bit more ranty than positive, I'll be honest with you guys. But I'm going to push those back for the next couple of days because in today's video, I do want to go over just my first initial impressions on how the season is. And if it's worth your time, if it's worth re-downloading the game, or even just, logging into the game itself if you already have it installed. But before we go ahead and dabble into the commentary itself, I do want to mention, if you do enjoy the content that you see on this channel, if you enjoy the commentaries, then by all means, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're actually nearing the 41,000 subscriber mark, which is just completely insane to me. And of course, as you guys know, we're on the grind to 50,000 subscribers as well. So every last bit of your support means the world to me. And also, one last thing as well, the X-Defiant beta will be live today. So I'm going to be streaming that over on Kick. And again, I do thank each and every one of you guys who tuned into the Kick stream the other day to watch me play Modern Warfare 2 Season 3, hung out with me, vibed with me. It was a blast. And honestly, the support on Kick is just insane. I can't believe, honestly, it seems like Kick is doing better than my Twitch channel. So I don't know what direction I'm going to take. But of course, the link to both my streams are down in the description of this video if you want to check it out. And of course, if you want to see me play X-Defiant live and in action, I'm going to be doing that specifically on Kick today, probably around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now with that being said, let me get into my first initial impressions of this overall update. Now, there have been a lot of things that went wrong with Infinity Ward. Like I said, these next couple of days, there's tons of rants that I want to go ahead and discuss. But honestly, off the top of my head, it's not completely bad. A lot of people obviously are going to give you, the same old, where, it's absolutely horrible. It's the same old classic, Call of Duty's crap. It's nothing's ever improving. Nothing's getting better. But realistically, I'm trying to come here extremely realistic with you guys. It's painfully average. It's exactly what I expected out of Season 3. The bare minimum amount of content, 6v6 getting, no additional love. They give us stuff to make us shut up a little bit, and then they go right back over to Warzone. As expected, Warzone and DMZ are the main priority of Season 3. But let me dabble into the actual content itself. The two new maps. First off, the Lighthouse map, I actually really enjoy. Again, I've been enjoying all the maps in this game. It's an unpopular opinion, but I really don't give a crap if it's an unpopular opinion because I give my opinion, We're all allowed to have our own opinions, There's hundreds of people in my comment section that always disagree with me, and, that's fine, we don't have to think the same, but realistically, I think the maps in this game have been pretty good. The base maps, of course, they're remasters, but the base maps, compared to Modern Warfare 2019, are actually really neat. The flow is better, the action's better, you're able to get into more engagements. It might not be the best of the best because I know a lot of people like the Treyarch flow. They like more traditional 3-lane maps like Treyarch makes, but this is definitely an OG classic Infinity Ward vibe. This almost feels like it came straight out of Modern Warfare 2. And funny enough, it does have some, things about it that are like Modern Warfare 2. Well, not a lot. Mostly just the estate building. It is epic. Honestly, I would not mind seeing more maps like this. I think this map is a good example of, bringing in remasters while still giving us new content. And what I mean by this is the whole map is new. All the layouts are completely fresh, besides maybe the fact that, the estate is just like how it was in Modern Warfare 2, where it's like the center point, and it's almost like, capture the flag or taking the hill or something like that. You're kind of trying to charge up to the estate to take over it, and, then you play defense on it, and if the enemies take it back, you have to try to, work your way back, that type of gameplay. But that's about it. Everything else feels extremely fresh, new, and unique. And like I said, I freaking love this because when I'm running through the map, I get a little bit of nostalgia, nostalgia kick when I get to estate. But once I leave the estate building, everything feels fresh and new. It's honestly a pretty darn good mix. And again, like I said, I wouldn't mind if they do stuff like this in future titles. Take classic remasters, but instead of remastering the map, just add a very important, crucial piece of that map. Put it into either the centerpiece or somewhere around the map. So, like I said, you have that little bit of nostalgia. You have that bit of, oh, wow, I remember this. This looks familiar. Oh, man, I love this. But then when you leave, then everything is fresh again. I like that concept. And again, it's a risky concept because it's not always going to work. But for me personally, it works in this map. It actually works. And again, that is just a personal opinion. It's just a personal opinion. And then, of course, the nighttime map, once again, I don't have too many problems with it. I personally kind of enjoyed realism mode when it came to Modern Warfare 2019, and I think that's where this is going to have a lot of faults. People are not going to be happy with this, and I understand where the whole Call of Duty community comes with, for this one. A lot of people are looking at this content update for Season 3 and saying it's only one map that's coming, and then obviously we get the map mid-season, but right now, in this moment, it's only one map, because we have a nighttime map, and let's be real here, they play completely different. Nighttime, night vision, an Infinity Ward games plays a lot different than any other, daytime or even like this where, it's foggy or something like that, a little dark. Night vision goggles is different because you have to use laser sights. The whole theme is different. the gameplay is different. The tactics are different. The thought process is different. It's not your traditional 6v6 experience. Hence why it worked good when it was in realism mode, but now they're going to add this into the regular 6v6 rotation where it's going to be in the mix with the rest of the maps. So you'll be playing the same consistent, style of matches, the same consistent style of gameplay again and again and again, and then out of nowhere it's going to throw you a curveball where you have to use lasers and stuff like this, and then, it goes back to the consistent. See, again, like I said, I don't hate the map completely, but I think it's going to run into the same issue where like maps like Border Crossing, for example, run into, or Tarak, where everybody just backs out. It's going to take 30 minutes to find a lobby in that map, especially for people who like that style of gameplay. You're never going to be able to play it. If you like this map a lot, you won't be able to play it because everybody, like I said, is either going to back out when they see it, or they'll hop into the game, they'll play a little bit of it, and then rage midway through like they do in all the other maps, and then leave, and then you're left with like 2 people, 1 person on the enemy team, and you're doing nothing the whole time. Something is going to happen that is not going to work well with the Call of Duty community. It just simply will not. Personally, I feel like they should have done they should have built onto the map. Again, like I said, I'm not hating on it because I enjoyed the realism mode back in Modern Warfare 2019, but let's be real here. They should have kept a realism mode if they wanted to do this style, because what they should have done is add in 2 variants of this map, a daytime version or something that looks like this, the lighthouse, where it's a little foggy, and then the realism mode version. That way, the community can be happy and say, yeah, you know what? We have 2 6v6 maps because it's going to still play the same, and then at the same time, you can have a brand new experience, your realism version of the map itself as well, to add for a little bit more variety. I personally think that would have been the best bet because, like I said, the format of the maps, I like the map layouts of both of these maps, but the nighttime is going to kill it for people. And I really would love to see that new map without the night vision, with daytime out so you can see. I would love to see that new map played with a regular 6v6 rotation. It would be so cool to see, but sadly, that's just simply not an option. Now, can it be an option later? Yeah, they might want to add that in, but in this current moment, it's sadly not an option. So right now, the community is struggling when it comes to maps, right? We have a lighthouse, which again, like I said, not too many people enjoy it. I'll be real. From what I see, not a lot of people enjoy this map. And then the nighttime map is the other map, and a lot of people aren't even considering that a 6v6 map, so trust me, you can definitely believe people are not satisfied with what we got with Season 3 once again. It's crazy because the first season we got a couple of remasters, right? And then the second season we got a remaster or a couple of remasters, and then I don't even know anymore, honestly, because they're so irrelevant, but we also got a new map that they had to take from Season 3 and add it into this. And then here we are with Season 3, and it still feels a bit bare bone for 6v6 players. It just feels a bit bare bone for 6v6 players. Now, I will admit, I do enjoy the new weapons that are in the Battle Pass. The Intervention, I picked it up off the ground, and it's actually really good. And the new Marksman Rifle, I really like, surprisingly. I didn't get to try it, but I tried it in custom games with some of the homies in the stream. Like I said, if you guys want to catch me stream, you can find all the links down to everything that I have down in the description of this video. But the new Marksman Rifle is hilarious, and I promise you, if you are grinding out the Battle Pass and you want to get your free content, grind for that first, because it's literally a Marksman Rifle that's fully automatic, that has no recoil, with a decent fire rate for a marksman rate. I thought it was going to be like something like the Man of War from Black Ops 3. It was douche, 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 douche. No, it is a pretty consistent fire rate. It's nasty. It's a nasty weapon. So I'm not mad because I was a little salty thinking that it's going to be no assault rifles or no SMGs because that's my playstyle. I love ARs and SMGs. It's how I roll. But the marksman rifle is a nice in-between. It can please people who enjoy those styles of, weapons. But at the same time, for anybody who might be an AR player, it honestly can be an AR. Realistically, you can make it into an AR if you just adjust to it. That's all it takes. But again, that's basically it. The rest of the Battle Pass is garbage. I mean, again, this is a whole different commentary because this is only my first initial impressions. It's a whole different commentary because I take back everything I said about the blackcell bundle. I'm kind of shocked it turned out the way it did because I didn't think they're going to go this far. But I mean, for the love of God, we don't even have the same amount of tiers in the Battle Pass anymore. And looking through the Battle Pass, all the cool skins are the blackcell skins. All of the base content is garbage now. There's no reason to get the $10 edition. You're not going to be getting anything really worth your money. And like I said, after just coming back from Battlefield 2042, where the store is so friendly, I can buy whatever I want out of the store without getting bundles. They're always adding in free content every single time. Every single update, it's free content being added into the mix. They're constantly updating the game. And then I come back to here, and there's nothing in the back. Like, what am I going... You think I want to grind that? And then on top of that, they changed the UI again. They keep changing the UI and making it worse. They promise to make it better, but they keep making it worse and worse and worse as time goes on. Like, I don't think they understand that when we say we want it changed, we mean we don't want it to look like a freaking, TV program. You know, we don't want it to look like Hulu, a subscription service. We want it to look like a freaking video game. That's what we mean when we say we want changes to the UI. But they just keep changing it to make it look more and more and more streamlined until it looks like a freaking subservice, subscription service. It's disgusting, and it's so obnoxious because it never gets any easier to use. It's just, they just make the current obnoxious system even more obnoxious and more complex. But of course, they added in Gunfight and Cranked, and Gunfight, I didn't even bother playing it. It's Gunfight. I know exactly what it is. Cranked, I already know exactly what it is. I played a little bit of it. It's whatever, But when it comes to content for 6v6, guess what? We are neglected again. I mean, no shocker. I'm not shocked whatsoever. This is exactly what I was expecting going into Season 3. And I'll be honest, like I said, with such low expectations, I was still able to play the game and manage it. Like I said, the map designs weren't as bad as I was expecting, and I enjoy the rest of the map designs in the game, so it's not like it hit me too heavy. The new weapons are pretty cool. It's not like the game isn't smooth. It's not like, the gunplay doesn't feel good in the game. It's just obviously all the core issues that we thought were going to get fixed haven't been fixed again. I'm going to save that for another commentary because it's a juicy commentary, a juicy rant I need to get out about that stuff. But, it's a lot of stuff that fundamentally should have been resolved, but none of it has been resolved. And when it comes to content, when we, try to back up to content and hope that we can at least fall back on that one when they don't want to fix the fundamentals of the game, the content, it's just not plentiful enough. Again, for someone like me, I can grind both of the maps, but realistically, for a lot of people out there, between the two of them, a lot of people are just looking at it like they got one new map. And that's not good. That's not going to keep any of your player base in the 6v6 rotation. Honestly, they should have released the one that they're going to have mid-season, whatever it was. They should have released that right now. Put this nighttime one maybe to mid-season so they can add something new, fresh, and let the 6v6 fans go to town with, normal content. I wouldn't have been mad about that. Or even better, just make that, that map from a nighttime into daytime, and then make the rest of the maps in the game just shut the lights off, bring back realism mode, and allow everybody who wants to play that to go into there. But don't affect everything else when it comes to 6v6. It's as simple as that. If they followed that pattern, I feel like they would have been in a better situation with Season 3. But sadly, it doesn't seem like it. And realistically, I don't even know if anybody's going to want to waste their time. Again, content-wise, it's nothing in there. The Battle Pass completely empty of anything. It's nothing to grind. Even if you do cough up $10 to get the base one, it's nothing to grind unless you get the freaking $30 blackcell edition. COD is desperate right now. Again, not bad, honestly, because this is what we want to see. We want to see them desperate so we can get the game better. But man, like I said, if you're expecting much out of this, we partially got finessed. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new into the content, don't forget to subscribe to that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this too, we do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link is in the description as well. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.